Welcome to Astrolight. I'm using two different cameras and I trying out something new, technology. I am you and you are me. I'm going to go and dive right into this moment in time. A moment ago I did all about your chakras, baby. And I was really excited to be able to do it down by the water. So there is a part one. This is part two. I don't always get a chance to do tarot cards and oracle cards readings down by the water, and I need to do it more often. It's such a joy, such a beautiful flow to be right there on the ocean, right there. Whew. Okay. Feeling it. This is going to be the card that was picked. And if this is your first time, I want to say welcome. And I'm an intuitive channel. I am you, you are me. I am clairvoyant, psychic. I channel the ancestors. They walk with us daily. They walk through us daily. And they sit in our hearts. And they speak from our hearts. I chose and channeled this 7-card chakra, all about the chakra moment. I want to say back in about 2022. That's when I started my sacred chakra spiral, which I need to do that for the month of February. We are already, this is around, I know time is fluid, but man, let me tell you, that moon came in so strong, and I had so much. I've been hearing that a lot. So much. Someone, is that even a way of is that a proper English? So let's go here. Guidance. The root chakra. So fitting. This is the root chakra. It's beautiful red. And this is the beauty, and it's like, what are the words? Support, love, and signs and direction. Okay, and I'm just going to read from this lovely book here. Okay. You have been divinely guided now in seen and unseen ways. Open yourself to receive, trust, and follow the path as it's unfolding. So the card story. Posed between the balance of sun and moon rests the guiding circle of a giant compass rose, an ally to seekers and explorers of truth and new frontiers. Its illuminated arrows point evenly in all directions, suggesting that the options of this journey are light-filled and limitless. In its center stands the tree of life, grounded in divinity, with roots of the Celtic knot, sharing the gift of movement and flow. From the middle of the tree peers an open eye, calling us to recognize the gifts and the guidance on our paths, with the willingness to trust and follow. I'll say my intuitive channeling at the end. Card message. Sometimes I feel as though we are all alone. We are struggling to find our way and no one is there to help. When we feel we are without guidance, it is usually because we're ignoring the wisdom, the signs, and the support that are trying to reach us through the subtle realms of higher knowing. When we try to focus on things with blind determination or disregard the subtle messages that life gives us, this is like ignoring the direction of a compass on a journey, then wondering why don't we end up where we want to be. We are guided and supported throughout our lives. There is a constant source of love from the forces of higher beings, angels and guides. We are part of the miracle and the workings of the universe. When we ask for help and guidance, the universe usually responds, orchestrating all matters of movement, moments, and circumstances to help align our steps. Guidance may come with a subtle shift of light or wind direction, through symbols in a dream or lyrics of a song, through the quiet voice in your meditative writing or in words of a passing conversation. In order to receive the messages that higher realms may have for us, we may need to raise our sense of awareness in the moment. Be still, present, and and have faith that you are supported and guided always. It is time to open yourself up to guidance available to you now. There is an era of life in which you feel you need support, but willing to ask and then receive, in whatever form it comes. The more you acknowledge the energies of guidance, the more clearly you will recognize it, therefore making it easy to utilize it in your life, bringing feelings of empowerment and the ability to move into fulfilled action and new levels of synchronicity, connections of life, connections to life. Breathe deeply and give thanks. Know that you are being guided and supported now. That is so true and so beautiful. I truly believe that. And that's 47, which is 11, a 1 and a 2. If you've been seeing a lot of 11, 111s, 222, 777s, transformation, 111, divinely guided, divine timing, God within speaking directly to you, all your angels. Yes, I truly believe that when you're being still, when you're breathing, that's when you can hear the magic voices. That's when you can hear the soft voices. Okay, so the next card that came was inspiration. And inspiration came up for the sacral, and I believe that was so beautifully, sacral, which is 46. Ideas spark conception and impulse. Yes, exactly. Inspiration came up for the sacral, and that is so fitting. I've been saying it and feeling it. We are born from gifts, and we are gifts. So it's like our mothers gave us life, and we're born from the yin and the yang, the male and the female. I mean, we couldn't do one without the other. So important to have both. So here we are. That 46, inspiration. Ideas spark conception and impulse. So this will be for the beautiful sacral, which is a lovely orange color. Become um, become a conduit of divine inspiration and give birth to the star you truly came here to be. The card story. Two sparks of sensual fire burst from the centers of the galactic explosion. Beams of light reach out in all directions, illuminating the sky with energy that can simply no longer be contained. This single moment of conversion ignites a source of new life for millions of years to come. The birth of a star, inspiration. This card is about energy, the conception of an idea, the spark of divine consciousness. Inspiration is the fundamental creative energy of the universe. It is the seed of new growth and the ray of the first light of the dawn, a new day. Without our inspiration, we find the power to heal wounds. Within our inspiration, we find the power to heal wounds and begin anew, to build bridges of connection and the light the way to true fulfillment in life. To build bridges of connection and light the way to true fulfillment in life. There is an endless potential available for each of us right now. The universe holds this expansion of infinite potential just waiting to be ignited. It is time to be still enough to grasp this and allow it into your being. Absolutely anything that can be conceived can also be achieved. Ooh, that's beautiful. Absolutely anything that can be conceived can also be achieved. It is just a matter of taking the spark of inspiration and working out how you will go about manifesting it into reality. The action steps that just came. There are truly no limits to what you can create and experience in this world. What inspires you the most? It is time to push beyond previous held ideas of the possible, to believe in the spark of inspiration, and to allow it to propel you into inspired action. Yes. This card also encourages balance. When we allow inspiration into our minds, it can also be manifested to its best potential if we are living in a physical existence connected to our earthly needs. Oh, I like that. If we are living a physical existence connected to our earthly needs, an ideal and inspiration can play out in the world if it strays into our mind as a dream or a desire. Our inspiration must be brought through from an energetic realm into physical reality. And we do this by creating balance between these aspects of our own being. Balance between the spiritual and the physical world is essential to ensure the fulfillment of the inspiration's potential. To ensure the fulfillment of this inspiration's potential. When we are inspired, we illuminate even the most mundane activities. Our actions come from a higher place, leading us to the realization of our highest visions. If we are feeling uninspired, you may need to step away from your current focus and allow the breath of life to move through you in new ways. Walk in nature, move your body, play music, write in your journal. These are all pathways to the divine to find you, to ignite the light of inspiration within you. Soon you will feel the invigorated with a new sense of energy that can be channeled creatively into the world however you choose. Inspiration is waiting for an outlet now. That's so true. Right now, that creative flow is just like bursting, ready to just live the life. You know, I wrote it a moment ago on a piece of paper when I became more spiritual gifts and became more of who I've come here to be. It's when I decided to live a life with a purpose, on purpose, for a purpose. And so, wow, that is so beautiful to be able to, yes. Okay, let's move toward the beautiful sacral. And that is number 3, your sacral, which is so fitting, which was the wheel. Expression, assertiveness, self control, and direction. So that's the second time direction came up and guidance. And self controlled expression. And number 3, yes. I love it that it's the turtle. And I'm wanting to put turtles. And this is the one that wanted to come to be. And I have a special thing about turtles. And I love it this card came up for the sacral because your free will you choose to believe and have faith. You believe in what you believe in. Don't No one can force their beliefs on you. You have a right to have your own beliefs. Free will, no, we're born with free will. And it's assertive. Be assertive. I like that word, assertiveness. So let's go here. Free will. And I love it that it's a 3. I was thinking 333 74. Okay. 30. It's a 3. Will. Mind. I'm just saying my mind, body, and spirit. Put them all together. Okay. Expression, assertiveness, self-control, and direction. And I want to I'll tell you the story about in case you haven't heard it, about why I love turtles so much. So I was really happy to see this one show up. As you move in the direction of your heart's calling, you will align, your will aligns with the universe. Allow your highest path to unfold before you. So the card story. Sand hills stretch deep into the mist. There's no telling how far the tortoise has come or how far he must go. Guided by ancient knowing and a deep sense of inner direction, he moves with steady determination. He does not waste energy looking backward, nor does he stretch his mind too far into the future. He is simply profoundly committed to each step before him as he forges a path forward. He knows he will arrive exactly where he needs to be at just the right time. Will. I love it. This card's message. This card is about the expression of communication in our will. It's about voicing our opinions and feelings comfortable to state who we are with pride. It is about being able to assert your will so that you have self-control and you're able to maintain personal boundaries and choices. If you're strong will, if you have a strong will, we are able to move beyond resistance, beyond doubt, opinions, and judgment of others and ourselves. This card is an invitation to ignite your personal willpower in alignment with what is most important to you. There's the simple steps you take in the world each day. The food you eat or choices not to eat. That's in parentheses. Or choose not to eat. Your spiritual practice, your fitness regime, your work you engage in. It is one thing to set a goal for health, love, financial, or creative success. It is another thing to follow through with empowerment, willful or action. It is time now to move steady in the direction of that what you feel most called to do. This card encourages you to acknowledge who you are and to practice living in alignment with this. To speak up, communicate, and fully express your truth. When we have a strong will, we are not forceful. Instead, we're simply secure in who we are and what we are doing. We do not need to control or dominate others, nor do we allow others to be pulled off nor do we allow ourselves to be pulled off course or knocked off balance. When our will is engaged, there is a quiet, humble strength in our words and action. Our unique path unfolds before us. Our true will and that of the universe align. A strong will allows our truth to shine. I'm just going to sit a minute with that message. Moment of silence. Breathe that one in. Okay. Wow. Will. I talk about will and I write about will in the book that is coming out this year, 2025, Games Mama Never Taught Me. And I had such strong will as a young person that it allowed me to move so far past what was expected of me and what people thought I should be and how I should be. Yes. So now that we're going to move on, I always skip the heart. And I go, because I want to weave all of those. Do I do that for this? No, I don't do that. I don't do that I do that when I do my sacred chakra spiral, and I have to remember that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the heart. And the heart came up was this, number 4, which is so fitting because the heart is green. And forgiveness in the chakras. The heart is a beautiful emerald green. So it came up as a 23, which is a 5. A 5 is, change, letting go, healing, growth, and compassion. So yes, so that is so fitting. $60, forgiveness. Let's see if anything else comes further. Let's see. I always say an intuitive channeling moment here. I'm hearing voices. So when I'm hearing them, who's trying to tap in, give messages for our hearts. Forgiveness is key. No judgment. The situation needed to happen. It was a learning experience. Sometimes it's a learning experience. It's not for yourself, it's for the other person to learn and see. And then when you take it back and I am you, you are me, then it's also for you. And what learning experience did you need to experience this lifetime so that when you repeat this, if you decide to repeat this lovely earth moment in time, you will you remember the lesson that you learned? So let me read. Let go of unresolved grief and blame toward yourself and others. The path of freedom awaits. So the story is, clouds part and a rainbow emerges, marking a moment of energetic celebration as a young woman releases a past grievance and sends a wish into the world. Dandelion seeds spiral through the breeze, each carrying a spark of new life force potential. For this one single exhale, a thousand positive wishes circle to the earth, bringing forth a garden of fresh, positive possibilities. Forgiveness. This card message. It's time to let go of unresolved grief and blame toward yourself and others. When we cling to pain and grievance, we hold blockages in our heart that dampen our energy and experience. Even if we believe we are justified in holding back forgiveness, in the end we are the ones who suffer the most. Like a fragile room, freshly cleaned when we release old anger and resentment, we may at first feel raw and vulnerable. It is here in our vulnerability that we are wide open and sensitive enough to truly allow healing to begin. In this letting go, there's a strength and a lightness of beings that have the power to transform. This card is an invitation. I have a feeling I need to read that back. It is here that our vulnerability, that we are wide open and sensitive enough to truly allow healings to begin. In this letting go, there is a strength and a lightness of beings that has the power to transform. This card is an invitation to allow the energy of forgiveness to move through you. If you had the chance to fully express your grief, if you have not had the chance to fully express your grief or anger, you may wish to write down your feelings, cry, or even yell if you need to. Express what comes up from you and then be willing to let it go. Wherever it is, it does not need, I like to say, whatever it is. It does not need to define who you are, nor does it deserve to burden your heart any longer. Look at what you, it's usually the mind. It's usually the mind. I'm going to just pop in and say the heart's never burdened. It's the mind that gets cluttered and confused and held repeatedly walking towards situations instead of a solution. And the solution is to forgive. Look at what you have learned, and the heart forgives always. That's wanted to come. Look at the heart has no judgment. The soul has no judgment. Okay, let me read the last paragraph. Look at what you have learned and how you have grown from your experience. See this situation, yourself and others, with compassion and empathy. Recognize that we are all human and that all mistakes actually lead to a growth and better understanding of each other. Look for the positive. Forgiveness does not mean you agree with whatever has occurred. It does. It just means that you choose to accept things as they are and realize that they are not in, they are now in the past. Be grateful for new understandings and perspectives you have on things. Trust in all of life's imperfections, in parentheses, including your own, including your own, to be released into the breeze, where they may spiral their way lightly back to the earth. Set yourself free through forgiveness. It's so beautiful. I keep visualizing spirals. Our our chakras are spirals when we're moving in alignment and flowing in balance and alignment with their inner beings or inner self. All what we believe in. Our truth, and like I say, the forgiveness. We're flowing, and I love it that they use the dandelion seed. As I have learned, when I was a little girl, I used to always blow. I don't know if you did that too, blow and put a wish out in the world, and it's something that I taught my daughter when she was little, and it's something that is, and I'm also, if those who don't know, I'm also a nanny. And the boys that I'm always with, they do that also in the summertime. Put the wishes out in the world. Never too many wishes. And I wish for at this moment in time that if you have anything that is weighing heavily in your mind, because like I said, the heart is always forgiving. It doesn't have any kind of feelings, emotions like that. The heart is just love. So just say, I am love, and I am love, and I am going to forgive all situations, so that I can not only learn from them, but be present in this moment in time and not carry things on to the next moment in time, so that you can have more of, it's a freedom. It's a sense of freedom. Set yourself free through forgiveness. Yes. Okay. So that was the heart chakra. It says let's move to the lovely throat chakra at this time. And I noticed that I ended up picking extra cards for this moment, and I think it was because energy was allowing for that. So if I'm remembering correctly, emotions also came up. So let me read this. Emotions also came up, for the heart chakra, because I was trying to do that sacred chakra and I ended up blah, 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 blah. So let me read this one because this one needed to come out. So I definitely have more than 7 cards here, that's for sure. So, but, let's go with Spirit saying emotions. So let's put this with the heart chakra also. 11, emotions. Feelings, expression, moods, and balance. Being aware of the vast range of emotions within you, acknowledge your true feelings and express the energy of your heart. This card, a drop of this card's story. Drops of water blurs the borders between laughter, tears, and anger and peace. As a man surveys his emotional landscape, his mind moves through various perceptive, leading him on a journey through his feelings. Each point of focus produces a different emotional response. No one feeling is better or worse than the other, for each is an energy that can be harvested for good. Finally, he settles on a view that brings him into a space he wants to be. not by control or suppression, but by conscious choice and allowing emotions. So, the card message: emotions are like currents of a river, constantly shifting and changing in response to what lies beneath. It is natural and normal to feel. We all feel different emotions in different times in our lives. When balanced, we are able to feel and express a full range of emotion and harness the energy in a productive ways. It is time to take steps to achieve emotional balance by truthfully acknowledging how we feel and allow yourself the time and space to experience and express your emotions. You may need to write what you're feeling in your journal, scream out loud, punch a pillow, or go for a run, or talk to a friend. If you held back your emotions for a long time, you may need to watch a movie to allow yourself to cry, get angry, laugh out loud, and basically just feel again. Oh, holy moly. Gray's Garden movie just came up. And Hocus Pocus. No, Gray's Garden. That's a great movie. Tap in. Ah, if you're having any mother energy flows, tap into Gray's Garden. That's an interesting movie. See if it resonates. Take responsibility for your emotions. Do not blame someone else for making you feel a certain way. The feelings you have is your own. It is based on whatever your point of focus in that moment. Acknowledge this feeling it. Acknowledge this. Feel it and work through it. Look at what is behind the emotions. I always say, what roots do you need to pull out? What roots do you need to pull out of the ground? Has your diet affected your mood lately? Are your hormones imbalanced? Are you stressed out? Are you angry with someone or happy that with something inside of yourself? Notice your emotional undercurrent and give them a pathway to be shared and released. Honest emotional expression can make us feel vulnerable at times, but within this vulnerability is great strength. Moving beyond the mind, we enter the powerful wellspring of the heart where miraculous and transformations, growth, and learnings are waiting to occur. Feel and express your emotions today. I love that. That's perfect for the heart chakra. Feelings, expression, mood, and balance. So perfect for the heart chakra. So I had a feeling. I understand now why two cards were picked for that. A lot needed to be said. So I'm gonna move and another five. A lot of fives. So let's move to the throat chakra. Say what you want is what's coming to be. I was doing beautiful moment this weekend and sound baths and Reiki. I do that at the Village Community Center. That's something new that's started in this, I think in November. It was November when I began. So the one thing that was said was someone said, "Say what you want." I love that. That's so important to say what you want. So it's a number 11, which is a number 2. And if you've been seeing a lot of 2s, oh, I'm sorry, that's not. Oh, it is a number 11. It's number 2. So I need to go to number 14. Number 14 is a 5. Change, change, change. Money, change, change, change. Okay, change some of your money habits. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, money's just frequencies. Abundance comes in different ways. So here it goes. Finances, 14 is a 5, money. And this is your throat chakra, which is a beautiful indigo blue. Finances, power, generosity, and abundance. Water, water. That's all sitting in water. Give and receive abundantly. Honor your divine worthiness to a purpose, to be prosperous in all ways. That is interesting word. Purpose. Prosperous in all ways. The card story. Within the crystal reflects, ooh, this is a crystal. Beautiful. Well, crystals, water is all about energy and crystals, so I'm not surprised. So within the crystal reflects a fresh pool, was water pool. Two koi carp gracefully mirror each other, expressing the yin and the yang of prosperity and the natural flow of money. There's no tension or urgency. All that is needed is well within reach. All is in balance. Both coins and notes are easy to see and gather. The deeper we open the channels of giving and receiving, the more full this river of prosperity runs, revealing the natural law and true source of our abundance. So, the card message: it is time to move past your limited views or beliefs you may have about money and to allow more positive expression of this energy in your life. What patterns and perceptions about money currently operate in your life? What belief are handed to you by your parents and their parents' parents? Money, like love, is about giving and receiving energy. Some people find it hard to give and show love. Others find it difficult to accept and feel worthy of love. The same goes with money. Are you generous? Are you willing to open and receive an abundance of money in your life? It is time. How would you feel if you had an abundance of money right now? What would you do for it? Who would you share it with? Does it make you feel anxious, worried, excited, or calm? Surprisingly, many people feel so overwhelmed with the power of money, they're frightened of it. Consider the limited life and person you came here to be. I'm so sorry, did I say limited? Consider the ultimate life and person you came here to be. What beliefs and perceptions of money might have people have? What beliefs and perceptions of money might that person have? Consider how this version of you will be a great steward of abundance for the good of all and begin to walk in that path. The law of attraction will manifest your beliefs, open and allow expansive energy when thinking about money. Be generous with yourself and others. Whatever you are on the money path, wherever you are on the money path, be ever grateful for the gifts and lesson it brings into your life. If you want more money, open your heart to give and receive more, and know it is coming to you. Embrace abundance and welcome in money. Use it consciously and pass it along. That is so beautiful. Use it consciously and pass it along. When I was leaving on my spiritual journey, coming back to Seattle from Vegas, I think the year was 20, finally knowing I was leaving Vegas. I think it was the year of 2018, 2017. And I remember saying, money will flow. I no longer am chasing money. I'm creating money. And money and the abundance, money is it's never about money. It's about the abundance. And the abundance will flow like a river. The abundance will flow like a river. Okay, so let's go. Change your beliefs and how you feel about money. So I am so excited to go right to the mind's eye. And that is, we're just doing a lot of amethyst, a lot of purple, a lot about confidence in this flow. So I did a part one of the Sacred Chakra Spiral. Excuse me, I keep saying I need to get to that. I did a part one of the all about the chakras, and I did it on the water, and and I think I might need to do that every month. Begin on the water, and then if I could finish on the water on a spring day, yeah, reading cards. It was really cold that day, so I was saying this. Let's let this energy flow. However, this message reaches your heart, whenever it reaches you within this month, all the way to the next moon cycles. I don't know the exact dates, but we could flow this energy however it reaches your heart. Think of the 7 days when you reach it on a Monday. Think of the card, how it came in. If you get this message on a Wednesday, Think of what happened on Monday, how that energy flows. All of these chakras are within us, and we flow through this energy daily. So just put it according to, breathe it into your heart and how that resonates with your heart. Okay, let me begin to read again. Okay, finances, power, generosity, and abundance. Give and receive abundantly. Honor your divine worthiness. Oh, I already read that. Oh, we're going to go. Oh, intuition. Oh, boy, I must really be on that. Okay, so mind's eye. Amethyst. If you get around a lot of amethyst, you've seen a lot of purple. Wear a lot of amethyst. Get some necklace, some jewelry, some bracelets, male, female. It doesn't matter. Wear some purple. Intuition is everything. So the fact that this showed up for the mind's eye, I have to say yes. Direct connection. When you tap into your mind's eye, open up your pineal. If you can do anything, open up your pineal. Okay. And it's also a number 5. So change, change, change. So intuition, number 41. Trust, insight, awareness, and guidance. Your true power shines as you move within the quiet realm rhythms of your inner knowing. So the card story is moving through the subtle realms of peace, of space within a moment. Illuminated being celebrates the feeling of being in the flow, in tune with higher currents and guided by light that comes from within. She embodies a quiet inner knowing about each dramatic step, following subtle signs and grounding messages for her body. She knows when and where to move and when to be still. She sees with all senses and dances with the grace and rhythm of life itself. Intuition. So the card message. Amidst our modern race to beat the clock and conquer challenge with logic and reason, there is subtle and profound path that has been walked by great masters and indigenous people throughout the ages. It is a path marked not by linear times and rational thoughts, but by synchronicity and the whispered wisdom of intuition. Intuition is not by wishfully thinking or idle dreaming. It is the deep inner knowing of her subconscious mind rising up, guided by step, guided, okay, let me read it. Is a deep inner knowing of our subconscious mind rising up our step in the world. It is the power of meditative corrections in action. It is the power of meditative connections in action. It is time for you to quiet your mind and look beyond the logic of your normal perceptions. Invite the wisdom of your intuition to move through your thoughts and actions in the very real way. It starts as you journey through simple decisions each day, whether to go left or the right on a walk, a time to leave or for work, when to call a friend, etc. Before you leap into action, practice tuning into a quiet voice and see what guidance it may offer. Trust it. Take action and see what comes. As you foster this direct communion with yourself, it will become stronger and easier to decipher from the rest of your life's voice. You will know deep in your being when you are in flow of high current, and you will feel it in your bones when you're not. Your intuition may speak more quietly than screaming demands in our life, but its simple whispered suggestion is worth 10,000 hours of misaligned effort. Our intuition may offer guidance that does not seem entirely rational at the time, but this is only when it is vision because it is but this is only because it vision is not bound by the confines of our current state of mind and situation. This voice is our higher self is here not to lure us into the clouds, but to guide us our very real steps in the world from a higher place of being. This card encourages you to practice being present in life rather than floating off into a daydream fantasy world. To best access and make use of your intuition, you need to be alert, present, and grounded in reality. It does not call for denial of your physical need or the reality of life, but rather to tune into the more expansive experience of that reality. We all have intuition. Breathe, listen, trust, follow. Let it empower your life. That is so amazing, so true. And I just say wow because I truly believe that intuition was the only tapping into my intuition and being aware of my intuition was the only way I was able to survive leaving home at such a very young age of 15. I had this, I could feel things in my stomach, and then I would know not to do that. I could feel the aches and pains. It was, and then I could hear a small whisper that would say, do this. No, don't do that. And I listened and I didn't understand at the time that was my higher self. And which is so fitting and leading to this last card, which is the crown, which is I had undying faith. I had undying faith. And once again, we got an 8, which is a 13, no, 8, the 12, which is a 3, which makes to a 3, and there we go, body, mind, and spirit. We had a 3 at the beginning. Well, 3 was, I think that was the will card, was number 3. So here we go to the beautiful number 40. Okay, let's go with it. Faith. I had undying faith. So if anything intuitively comes at the very end, thank you for being so present with all of this beautiful time. This is when it's such a long video. I understand you're just pausing for a minute and taking a break and coming back. 2 days later, that makes it happens. Take this video in chunks. Sometimes that's best to do that. And like I said, this is a timeless video because the chakras, however this comes into your beautiful day. Okay, number 48, which is faith. Undying faith. I would not be here today if I did not have undying faith. So lovely. So hope, support, miracles, and spirituality. Okay, here we go. See beyond your current circumstances to the full realizations of the highest vision, of your highest vision. Trust and believe. Faith is your open doorway to receive. Card story. From the depths of your inner struggle, an individual pauses to look up, meeting eyes with the source of all above, all within. That's me. That's the channeling. It's all within. In an instant, despair of self-doubt are transferred into hope and gratitude as he realizes that he is not alone. This light has been here all along, reaching down to guide his way. As he opens to receive this great stream of support, he becomes a living touch of infinite possibilities through the power of faith. So the card message. I like this. When we order food in a restaurant, we know that it will come, sometimes right away, sometimes with a little wait. That's a great analogy, metaphor. But it will come, and when it does, we always get what we ask for. Life delivers us experiences in a similar way, based on our feelings, based intuition, and faithful filled action. The challenge is that we seldom take time to clarify our order based on what we truly desire. Life delivers us experiences in similar ways based on our feelings, based in intentions, and faithful. Ooh, this is interesting. Based intentions and faith-filled action. The challenge is that we seldom take time to clarify or order based on what we truly desire. chosen to focus on menu items that we don't really want instead. And when we get clear, we often get undetermined or clarity through self doubt and fearful expectations. Now it's time to booster your faith. Faith is your ability to believe in that which is not yet visible. So true. Undying faith. To accept and acknowledge support from unseen and unseen places. With faith, we can see beyond our current circumstances to full realization of our highest visions. We see our needs clearly, and we know that these needs are fully, wonderfully met. We do not judge or react to unexpected developments, but choose instead to see the gifts within our turn of the river, within our each turn of the river. I love that. With faith, our prayers and our intentions are not with angst, but with calm gratitude for the miracles unfolding around us, for all that we are in the process of receiving. Then it's like, oh, I was just talking about patience yesterday. Patience, patience, patience. The meaning of certain events is not always clear while we are in them. But with faith, we can trust in the great unfolding plan. As the saying goes, everything happens for a reason. I'm always saying that. Yeah. Look at your beliefs and what your influences of the spiritual path. Where does your faith come from, in and out? Who do you place your faith the most? This card encourages you to expand your perspective and spirituality and faith. Be open to something larger than your own. Acknowledge that we are part of this larger divine force, that we're connected to it and one with it. This card is letting you know that you're guided and supported right now. Listen to the whisper, the call of your guidance, and follow where it leads you. The surest way to build your faith is to put it into action. Put it into action. You do not need to see the entire path ahead or even details that is to come. Just take the leap of faith and know that you are not alone. Be grateful and even small miracles that are occurring around you right now. Trust in life. Now, let me do an intuitive moment. I understand what was coming with this beautiful little turtle. Do you know how mommy turtles, they lay thousands and thousands and thousands of eggs at one time, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of eggs. And those little tiny turtles, male, female, ran out into the ocean. And it's like they're walking and running to the ocean, and they have this instinctive knowing what to do. Get to the water, get to the water, get out in the water, and however it comes to be. Some turtles make it, some don't, but they have their mommy's instinctive knowing within them which way to go, when to go, and the moms just take off. They're just, hey, you guys do it. We are embedded with this instinctive knowing, intuitively knowing, intuition knowing what to do, and sometimes it's the unknowing, the not knowing what is coming, but believing and having faith and feeling it before it happens. I'm so happy that you come. I'm so honored that you've come. My heart to your heart. Namaste.